Hi, mamas and friends. It's Sarah from Late Night Coffee Moms, and it's Wednesday, which means my lip gloss is all over the place, which means it's time for another late night write. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to get on live. My YouTube friends, hello. Now's the time for you to gather your supplies if you haven't already. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. Usually I'm just writing on my novel. I will be writing on my novel, my still incomplete novel. This is the longest it's ever taken me to complete a first draft, ever. I think in high school, my really sad, pathetic story took me a quarter. So that would have been like, what? 3 months, 2.5 months, 1.5 months, 9 weeks. This one I've been writing since November 1st. But a lot has happened in my life since November 1st, so I haven't had my full attention there. I also think I overdid. I think I overshot. I really, really wanted to get 4 books done this year, and so I was pushing myself, and I think I needed a longer break between book 2, which I finished in September. I finished it on my birthday in September, or the day before my birthday in September, and book 3, which I started November 1st. So I really only gave myself a month of a break at all from writing. And when I say a break from writing, sorry, my computer's acting crazy. I keep shaking everything too. It doesn't mean that I don't write anything. It just means that I don't write on my novels. So I still post blogs. It takes about, I don't know, anywhere from an hour to 2 hours for me to complete one blog post from beginning to end. And then later I go back and I edit it before it posts. So it takes about 2.5 hours. So that's writing there too. And then I did a lot of writing for my tutoring job. Yeah. And, so I'm hoping my brain will start clearing up so I could finally finish this thing that's driving me crazy. But tonight we're going to take it a little bit different. As always, I'm going to be writing, but I'll show you. It'll be a little bit different tonight, so you'll see the kinds of things we can get done together. It's just a great time to get some office work done or some reading time done or some focus done, because I will set the timer and you won't be alone. I'll keep working while you're working so that you know, no matter what time of night it is, you're not alone. Somebody else is plugging along doing whatever they need to get done at the same time. So for my first round, I'm only going to make it a 5-minute round to get back in the hang of it. But I'm actually going to write thank you cards. Yeah, I'm going to write thank you cards for my first, hey Jessie, for my first 5 minutes of writing. There's a couple I've really been meaning to write, and life just kind of runs away before I remember again. So I figured, what a better time to do it on the late night write. So for my first 5-minute round, I am going to write thank you cards. What are you going to do? Let me know. Okay, let's get a timer. I won't use a fancy timer this time, but after that, we'll grow some trees together. Some happy trees. Very Bob Rossian. Okay, so here we go. Start the 5-minute timer. I'm actually using a pen. right. I finished like 17 seconds early. So I got to drink my delicious Dunkin' Donuts coffee. It's actually really good coffee. I was surprised. I'd never had their coffee before. All right. Practicing piano. What are you practicing? Are you still practicing, or have you taken a break with me? 5 minutes is kind of a short time to practice piano. Well, I guess if a song that you're practicing is only a minute, you could practice it 5 times, right? Still, a lot of big habits and big country songs on your honky-tonk piano. Still, a lot of big habits grow from tiny, tiny steps. So for my next round, I'm going to give us a couple minutes, but for my next round, I am going to be reading what I wrote where I left off last time, and hopefully I'm going to start writing too, but the first few minutes will be me rereading, because it's been a whole, I don't know, week, 2 weeks since I've touched this. Last week with all its was I didn't even sit at my computer to type for me at all, for this novel at all. So yeah, I'm gonna get a jump start on that. Let me see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up my baby trees. So if you don't know, my app that I use for the trees, I've got 2 writing apps. One will keep track of how many words I've written, which comes in really handy when I'm in my computer's going crazy, when I'm in a really big slump. But then my other one is this forest app, and it grows trees, and you get points for the amount of trees you grow. I'm sure there's some way I could become, I don't know, they could sponsor me or something, but I don't know. So I haven't even looked into it. But here's your little app, and you turn the little dialy to tell them how long you're going to focus. And if you touch your phone for more than just like looking at the time, literally like I think you have like 5 seconds, your tree dies. But it starts out as a little seed, and it starts growing and growing. And then you get a certain amount of points, at least with the part, you can get the free app, but I have the one that you pay for. I think it was like $1.99 or something. But for every time you stay focused, you get a certain amount of coins. And once you get, I don't remember how many coins, a lot of coins, it actually donates to plant a tree somewhere. I know that's really funny. I think it's funny because as a writer, I'm making books, and books are made of paper, and paper is made from trees. But I don't know, it's like me giving back to my canvas. So I'm going to set this timer. We're going to do 20 minutes this time. And see, 20 minutes isn't big enough to have a tree. It's just a little bush. But if I did 25, it would be like this little evergreen. And if you go really long, it'll be a huge forest. What I didn't know last time we used this is that I could just hit a snooze feature while I'm talking to you, and it will alert me, and we can keep going, and it will make it grow bigger. That'll be cool. We'll try that out this time. So 20 minutes. Let's see. And we're going to push the plant button. I'll show you real quick. Plant. So that's what it looks like when it plants. See the little tiny seedling? And then my timer. All right. Let's get to work. The cord is snagged. It never goes as simply as it seems like it's going to go, right? Yes. It's weird talking to myself in the camera. Okay. 6 minutes left. How are you doing? Did you hear it? Ba-ring! It almost sounds like magic. We got, it's all crazy wonkus, sorry. Got 5 coins. Look at all this. Too much technology touching each other. So I'm going to hit OK. And then, let's see. I'm going to take, we'll just take a 2-minute break. And then we'll start back up again, but only for maybe 10 minutes this time. So how'd you do? What'd you get done? That was 20 minutes of focus. I was able to read my little section, and I think, let's see how many words I was able to write. Not a lot, but hey, anything's better than nothing, right? 335. So that's not bad, especially since the first half I was reading it. I forgot where I was, though, so I had to rethink what I was up to. All right. So what do you guys do when you're not with me focusing? How do you? A calendar refresh. What's a calendar refresh? Maybe I need one of those. No, somebody just mentioned that they